Hey, I'm Jeff Reber with ERA Heavener Realty, wanting to talk about something that comes up often in my business, and I'm sure it comes up in your daily life as well, and that's finding a good contractor. I get this question all of the time. Hey, do you have a plumber? Do you have an electrician? Do you have a roofer? Do you have a handyman, a general contractor? And on the list goes, right? So the thing is that in our business, we're in constant need of contractors. We have a real estate brokerage, and then we have property management, and then I'm buying, fixing, and selling houses as well. So we can't have just one vendor for any particular category. We need multiple. And so I've developed a bit of a process for finding good contractors and making that relationship work and having a protocol in place so that I don't end up in a bad spot in the middle of a deal, in the middle of a job, with having paid a contractor who's not doing the work or not doing it right. So here we go. How do you find a good contractor? Number one, you've got to locate them. So I'd say start with your circle of influence. Start with friends, start with family. Ask them, hey, have you found anybody that you liked that was a good electrician? And then you can move to Google. Now, not every contractor has a website or is making an effort to optimize their website, so Google's not always the best place to find them, but that's one such place. You can also move to sites like HomeAdvisor, Thumbtack, Angie's List. All of these companies and websites are set up to help you find contractors who have been reviewed by other people. It's similar to Yelp for restaurants, but HomeAdvisor for contractors. So that's another idea. And then the last spot that I would check is strategic partners, like real estate agents or homeowners insurance agents, maybe lenders, maybe other contractors. If you have a good contractor that's a plumber, maybe he knows a good electrician as well. So that's locating. The second thing that you want to do is fact check. I always get in trouble amongst my friends for fact checking them on any statement they make. This came up yesterday on a Major League Baseball draft prospect and how much money they were making. But that's what Google is good for, and so, or the internet in general. And so that's what you want to do with this contractor that you're intending to hire, is go make sure they're licensed. And I'll give you a website for that. Go make sure they're insured, and I'll have a website for that as well. And then go check with the county permitting department to see if they've been pulling permits on other properties. And that'll give you a general idea for their legitimacy. And then the third thing you want to do is create a competition out of this hiring process. You don't want just one option. And listen, I'm an independent contractor. When I go out on listing appointments or am trying to engage a buyer to work with them, I'm sure that I'm competing. So this shouldn't be new news to a contractor that they're going to have other vendors or other contractors to compete against. And it's not to say that you take the lowest price, because sometimes that can be a kind of cautionary piece of information. If you have 3 bids and one of them is way lower than the rest, you're looking for the best value. So who, based on all pieces of information, is going to do a good job, give you a fair price, come back if something's wrong, be licensed and insured. You want to make a complete decision on this. So that's number 3 for competition. And then the fourth thing is just make sure that you're not paying up front for the entire job. If you've got a $20,000 kitchen renovation, a contractor should not be asking you for $20,000 up front. Certainly they'll need some seed money to get started and to feel as if you, the homeowner, are earnestly pursuing this project, but that should be a small percentage of the total budget. Now, if you're, doing a small landscaping job and it's $500 or $1,000, sure, pay up front if it's a reputable contractor, but let your general course of action be pay when the job finishes. And what you should always try to do is just stay one step behind the contractor. So when they are completely done, maybe they are 80% paid, you can check off the last few items and pay them in full. But do pay them in full. Don't hold money over people's heads trying to get them to do little nuanced or nonsense things that you make up at the last minute. So I hope this was helpful. Remember, 1, locate, 2, fact check, 3, create a competition, and then 4, don't pay up front. Feel free to give me a call, Jeff Reber, 904-405-1995, if you're looking for good contractors, or you can shoot me an email, jeff@era.com. And if you have any suggestions for other videos, I'd love to hear that too. Take care, and we'll talk soon.